Good afternoon, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Destiny. I apologize for the little technical glitch a few moments ago, but we're back. And today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts from Let's Talk Destiny and also doing our weekly A Mother's Cry response to something that's going on in the news or a personal issue, something that I feel that a mother's cry should respond to. So today I'm going to talk about, well, before I get started, I want to thank um, from the bottom of my heart this month's sponsor of the Let's Talk Destiny talk show, the organization called A Flavored Life. And A Flavored Life is a mental health advocacy organization that provides mental health advocacy through therapeutic education and consultation. Flavored Life is founded and operated by Kelly Green Adams, who is also my baby sister. So I appreciate A Flavored Life for sponsoring Let's Talk Destiny for the month of June. And if you are in need of any mental health um, assistance, reach out to her, contact her here on Facebook, and she can give you more information with regard to the organization. Thank you so much again, A Flavored Life, for sponsoring us this month. So today, I want to talk about something that's really disturbing to me, um, and it is affecting me personally. So um, most of us are aware of the consistent stories in the news and so forth and so on about medical neglect in our correctional facilities, whether it is prison or jail or whatever the case may be. There are always stories about, prisoners, inmates, incarcerated persons that are being neglected when it comes to health care. So today I want to talk about this because um, it is affecting me on a personal level. My daughter-in-law, um, her son is currently incarcerated at a local detention center here in Salisbury, Maryland. And she and other family members, including someone who is also incarcerated at the same place, but they believe that this young man has had a stroke. And they base this belief on the fact that other family members have had strokes and they have the same symptoms that he has. Kwame is currently residing at the Wycomico County uh, Detention Center here in Salisbury, Maryland. And their mission statement says the Wycomico County Department of Corrections is responsible for protecting the citizens of Wycomico County. I'm sorry, my phone is ringing. And by providing a secure, safe, and humane environment for incarcerated offenders, opportunities for a successful reentry, and an effective community supervision program. So, my concern is if this is supposed to be an environment. I'm doing a live video right now. So hold on one second. If this is supposed to be an environment where the incarcerated persons are are in a secure, safe, and humane environment, then why isn't medical care a part of the safe, secure, and humane environment? How can a person in this situation with Kwame is not the only situation that I'm aware of. It has been brought to my attention, and I've had other family members who served time there years ago. My older sister was there. She had gotten, a medical issue that was not addressed. This, recently there have been stories of people getting sick there and not receiving the care that they need, and a couple of people actually, from what I am told, died there. There is absolutely no way, because whether a person is incarcerated or not incarcerated, why they're incarcerated, whatever the case may be, they are still a human being and they deserve to be treated that way. So when you're in the care of the state, in whatever facility you're in, the state has a responsibility to take care of you and make sure that you're taken care of. Yeah, I know some people say, well, they're incarcerated, they're criminals, but they're still human beings. And there are certain human rights that each human being has an expectation for. And medical care is one of those things. And I wanted to address this through the Let's Talk Destiny platform. Also, I wanted to address this as a mother, because as just about all of you know, I have a son who is incarcerated. And to know that he is sick and his medical care is being ignored just because he's an incarcerated person, it's painful, it's disturbing, it's annoying, it's frustrating. And according to my daughter-in-law, repeated calls have been made to the detention center and messages left, and people are not returning the calls. Then she physically went to the detention center, had to jump through all kinds of hoops to even speak to some lady who really didn't give her any help or assistance at all. Then she finally got a call through to the warden, whose basic response is, I can't even discuss this with you. So as a mother, then she's concerned that her child has had a stroke, is sick, is not his usual self, not able to take care of himself, and he's not being treated, receiving the medical care that he receives. So her mother's heart is broken and she's stressed, and there's anxiety and all of that goes along with that. I repeat, I've said this I don't know how many times, but I cannot get the support that I need to do anything other than just give my opinion about things, because I'm not getting backup from people that can make a difference. I ask people for, to put in writing concerns that they have, so that it doesn't just look like I'm just out here by myself making noise. But people won't do that. But they will inbox me with their concerns and things that are disturbing them in these correctional facilities, but they won't come together and speak out publicly so that we can demand some changes. It is impossible for you to consider yourself a compassionate human being and know that people are suffering under inhumane situations, and you don't feel any compassion at all. So I'm reaching out to you again, asking for your support for the Let's Talk Destiny platform and for A Mother's Cry. We have to do more than complain to each other. I mentioned that I had sent an email and I tweeted several of our Maryland elected officials who I could not get email addresses for with regard to some current concerns about the correctional facilities or the prisons in the state of Maryland. I did that on May 12th, I think it was. I, to this day, have not received a response from not one elected official. These are people that we voted into office that are supposed to be concerned about taking care of things that affect us and impact us. And not one person has responded to my email. Not one. That's not going to stop me from speaking out. But my point is that if we want to see change, we have to join together. We have to unite. We have to work together to demand change. We elected these people into office and they promised to pay attention to our concerns and respond to our concerns. And we have to hold them accountable. Every mother, every father who has a child in the Department of Corrections, in the criminal justice system, should be concerned. And even if you don't, because the older I get, the more I realize how selfish people can be when it comes to anything, not just inmates or loved ones in prison, but anything that doesn't directly impact them, they just kind of glance and keep moving. But you never know when that day will come when it could be you or someone that you love that's in that same situation. Anything that affects a human life should concern us. And so, again, today, I solicit your support, not just your likes on the video, but I solicit your support to help me, to help these mothers that reach out to me with their concerns. There is very, very few things that disturb you or hurt you as much as a mother as knowing that your child is in a situation where they're desperately in need of help and you can't help them. That's a very painful place to be. But there are those of you who can help. So I solicit your help today. I solicit your support. A Mother's Cry needs your support. Let's Talk Destiny needs your support. Let's do what we can to help one another, because you never know when you're going to be there. The stories that we see in the news every day, the accounts of the medical neglect that takes place in the Department of Correction all across the country, not just in the state of Maryland, is atrocious. And we need to speak out and do something about it. Because, yeah, you might think you are, perfect citizen. You would never commit a crime. If they shouldn't have done it, they wouldn't be there. They wouldn't have to worry about it. But if you have common sense, you know that in a matter of seconds, your whole life can change. Somebody can come at you, try to attack you or your children, and you'd be defending yourself, and you could kill somebody, and you end up being in the detention center or the prison system. Things happen. But whatever the reason why they are there, they are humans and they deserve to be treated that way. And medical neglect is not something that we should just sit back and accept. So I wanted to share that. This is my A Mother's Cry response today. And this is my Let's Talk Destiny with Jamie Green comment today, because we've got to do something. We can't just sit back and say, oh, well, that's not my child, or I don't even know that person, so I don't even care what's happening to them. We've got to do better. We've got to come together, because if we don't help us, nobody else is going to help us. Thank you so much for tuning in. And those of you who will be watching in the replay, I solicit your support today. We've got to do something. Have a good day.